classroom lectures. And before I get into this very important topic, I want to take a moment to thank all of my supporters and everyone for supporting my YouTube channel. You know, my channel truly will not be where it's at today without all of my supporters. So with that being said, let's get on down to today's very important lecture, which is the benefits. I'm going to lecture about the benefits of using a certified public accountant, a CPA, to file your personal and business taxes. You know, I have been using a CPA to file my personal and business taxes for the past 25 plus years. My current CPA that I have now is a new CPA for me because I'm new in the area, but prior to that, I used the same public accountant for well over 17 plus years. But, you know, there are just so many benefits. Yeah, you're going to pay a little bit more, but there is so many businesses or benefits from a financial standpoint. First of all, especially if you have your own business. You know, even though I'm fully retired, I fully retired September 2023 from state government. I'm a retired military, but simultaneously, for the last 25 years of my working history, I had my primary job and simultaneously my company, Patterson Associates Resource Center. So now, since I'm fully retired, I'm still, you know, generating money under my company, utilizing my credential, which validates more of a reason for me to continue to utilize a CPA to file my personal and business taxes. You know, most importantly, you know, my personal and business taxes is already done. I never wait till the last minute. You know, I really start gathering all of my documentation and all of my information. By January, I turned everything in mid-February for my CPA to get down to business. But one of the powerful benefits, if you got a reputable certified public accountant, when they have completed the finished product of filing your personal and business taxes, you should have had a meeting with your CPA. They're going to have copies of all of the forms that they file in a folder. You're going to know what the outcome is from a business standpoint. You know, it ain't even about whether or not you owe it, if you get money back. The key thing is this certified public accountant goal is to represent you, not just to do your personal and business taxes, but most importantly, you're utilizing that CPA throughout the year. If you have questions in relation to your tax information, business related questions that you may have, that you're utilizing them as a resource throughout the year. And most importantly, rural, a certified public accountant, number one, has a credential in accounting. They have a degree in accounting. They had to sit before a board to get that credential as a certified public accountant. They have to answer to a board, a governing board that governs their credential. That certified public accountant has to adhere to a code of ethics. And if they violate those code of ethics and they get reported to the CPA board, they can be stripped of their credential, fines, and etc. Because I understand how credentialing board works. You know, I'm a licensed clinical addiction specialist. I hold credentials at multiple levels in multiple states. Even though I'm fully retired, I still have to I'm maintaining my professional license because I utilize my licensed clinical addiction expert credential to still generate revenue in retirement under my company. And I say that to validate, because I understand how credentialing board works. When you hold a credential, a licensure, or certification, you have to adhere to a code of ethics. You have to take continuing education every 1 or either every 2 years based off your governing board to renew your credential. You have to pay a lot of money to take those continuing education hours. You have to carry professional liability insurance. And you have to pay money to re-credential your professional licensure or certification in order to stay in business, people. And all of those are some powerful reasons why for the past 25 plus years, I've been doing business under my company. I'm going to make sure I align myself with a certified public accountant who are the experts at what they do. And the beauty of this is a lot of people may not be aware of this. When your accountant give you your tax bill when they get done, the money that you spent to pay that CPA to file your personal and business taxes will be a business write-off for the next year. Make no mistake. Another powerful benefit of using a certified public accountant is they are going to stay abreast of all of the tax laws. They are going to have the software to do what they do. And most importantly, they're not just doing personal and business taxes. You know, a certified public accountant is doing business accounting for people who are entrepreneurs. They're managing their books throughout the year. They're answering questions. If you are audited by the Internal Revenue Service, because if you are on this earth long enough, rural, you are going to be randomly audited by the Internal Revenue Service. But the beauty of that, I welcome any audit. The beauty of that, anytime, the times throughout my career or my professional career that I've been audited by Internal Revenue Service, if it's something that I was a little unclear on the power of that because I'm already aligned with a CPA, then I can also utilize my certified public accountant to assist me with whatever audit I'm going through by the Internal Revenue Service. And I tell people there is just so many benefits, especially if you're filing personal and business taxes. They are the experts at what they do. This is all of my information, my copies from my seat. They are the experts in this. Yes, I have working knowledge of this. Yes, I understand what's going on. Yes, I have a lot of working knowledge about what's going on with my books, but at the same time, I'm gonna have enough wisdom to yield to the expert people. And all that does is free me up where I can continue to cultivate and to develop and to nurture my revenue under my company. I ain't talking about as no content creator. I'm talking about money that I've been making under my company, utilizing my licensed clinical addiction expert credential for the past 25 plus years, people. So when you align yourself with these experts, that certified public accountant, not just to do your personal and business taxes, but to use them as a resource throughout the year. Just like I'm an expert at what I do in my profession as a licensed clinical addiction specialist. I got my degrees, I got my credentials. I'm credentialed at the state level, the national level, the federal level in the field of addiction. I have worked up the ranks, people. And so with that comes my knowledge, my skills, my experience, my credential to continue to generate money under my company, utilizing my credentials. I'm known as an expert in the field of addiction, just a certified public accountant who got their credentials to back it up, who answer to a credentialing board, who carry professional liability insurance, have to renew that credential, have to get CEUs. They are the expert in their craft. Make no mistake. And like I said, there's just so many benefits all the way around by utilizing a certified public accountant to manage your personal and business taxes, so that can free you up to develop and to cultivate and to nurture your company and to generate ongoing revenue without worrying about something that's really outside of your scope. Real talk. Now, for individuals who just may have one W-2 and they just got one job and ain't got a whole lot of write-offs, yeah, they can probably do it themselves. But when I'm looking at, I know a little something. So when I'm looking at all of this powerful information in terms of my copies of what that CPA did. I'm looking at this, and a lot of this stuff, yeah, I understand it, but it's beyond my scope. Number one, I don't have the software. Number two, I don't have a credential in a CPA. Number three, I don't answer to a credentialing board for a CPA. Number four, I haven't gone to college to get a degree in certified public accountant. My field of scope, my expertise, I have a master's in substance abuse counseling. I have a master's in HR. I'm credentialed at the highest level as a licensed clinical addiction expert. That's my genre. That's my lane. So I'm going to have enough wisdom in to know enough to know bringing the experts people to handle your business. So because a lot of people are real nervous right now, as April the 15th right around the corner. A lot of people real nervous right now. A lot of people behind in their taxes. A lot of people default on their federal taxes and state taxes. A lot of people hadn't even filed. This is real talk. Getting their paycheck garnished, getting their assets frozen. This is a real topic. I mean, this here, with what I'm talking about, this piece right here, rather you got a W-2 or rather you got a 1099, rather you self-employed, rather you're an entrepreneur, this piece here, what I'm talking about in relation to aligning yourself with a certified public accountant ties into financial freedom, people. Ties into accountability and responsibility. Real talk. I've been doing this for 25 plus years. And you better believe I'm gonna have working knowledge in relation to what's going on with my personal and business taxes. You better believe I'm spending a lot of due diligence behind the scenes, gathering my documents, gathering my evidence, putting everything in order by month, all of my folders in order, and making sure I'm clear on what's going on before I even turn myself over to my accountant. Real talk. And I've been doing this for 25 years, and I'm telling you, I don't care. I can be randomly audited by Internal Revenue Service if they want to randomly audit me every damn year. It don't matter what shred of documents they're asking for. I can literally go to the folder, go to the year, and immediately pull out and retrieve whatever piece of documentation the Internal Revenue Service say they need to get some clarity. Real talk. And if I'm a little unsure about what they're asking for, then I can pick up the phone and contact my certified public accountant to guide me through the process, people. Like I said, all of this ties into financial freedom, accountability, responsibility as a full-grown adult. Again, I just want to thank everyone for supporting my channel. I notice I got some folks listening into my live stream, my lecture. I appreciate that. You know, everybody know my style. I'm going to acknowledge the listeners, but I'm not going back and forth in this chat because that's going to slow down my deliverance. It really does. Again, I really do want to thank everyone for listening in. And you might want to share this topic because I always revisit this topic around this time of the year, especially as we approach, you know, April the 15th. My personal and my business taxes are done in brevity, people. Ain't playing around. And I am, as we speak, I am already gathering all of my documents to file for my 2026 taxes. That's how I do. Meaning, as stuff come in, all of the stuff that I know I'm gonna need, I'm already organizing it, putting it in individual folders, and preparing myself to turn all my stuff over for 2026 tax year to my accountant. That's how I roll, people. So again, I appreciate everyone. And again, I want to just thank everyone for supporting my channel. You know, I'm really excited in regards to the direction God is taking my channel. God is guiding this people. For real, for real. God is guiding my channel. He's guiding my lectures. And all I got to do is just keep doing what I'm doing, spitting this knowledge. Because when I get in front of these cameras, in relation to lectures, it is about informative, thought-provoking information that's going to provoke your thinking, people. You're going to walk away with information that is useful thought-provoking information. And once I do what I gotta do, I deplug and move on with the rest of my day. So again, that's all I have. Simple fidelis, and I'm gonna leave you in the care of your own conscience. Have a great day.